Okay, so this video is going to be all about setting up from scratch from Amazon, and the very lovely Deb is going to go all the way through the process, because obviously I did this 10 years ago and it's had varying different revolutions since then. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the search to find the correct link to go and do it, and we'll get the screen shared to show you. But before you go and do that, you need to check if you have varying things in place first. So you're going to need some ID of who you are, because you might get an instant call back to verify who you are, and you're going to have to hold a piece of ID up that says I am whatever. You're also going to have to fill some information in. Now, this is going to vary slightly. It's changed a few times in the last few years already. And also, when you actually do get your Seller Central account, it's going to take a day or two for them to check out who you are and make sure you are the real deal. And also, as soon as you do that, you're going to need to put some settings in place, and you're going to want to get ungated for varying categories for things that you want to sell. So before you click this button, make sure for at least one of the items you want to sell, you have an invoice with 10 things on it. Right this minute, that's not the end of the world. The ID and the verification, if you're a limited company, they're going to want a bank statement, and they might want that anyway if you're an individual. So whatever information they're going to ask for, you're going to need to go find it, download it, and get ready to either present it or upload it. Gosh, that was a bit of a mouthful, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. I haven't got the bank statement. I've got the debit card and there's money in the account. But okay. I don't know where I'd find that.
So your bank statement, you're going to need to download at some point, and then upload it, because they're going to ask for varying bits and pieces. If you don't have everything up front immediately, it means you could go log back in later and do it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get you to share the screen for me, honey. Silent bit.
There you go.
Perfect. So we're going to go into Google, because that's where most people are going to look for the login. And we are going to type start selling on Amazon. Oh, you're on Bing. That's fine. Bing's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's any search engine, to be fair. So there's going to be varying things come up, but I'm going to show you the one that is going to be the best. So it's got the Amazon logo, which is the white circle with the black A and the little smiley face underneath it, although sometimes smiley face is not a good look for Amazon, although most of the time we're good. So what I want you to do is click on the link underneath it where it says sell.amazon.co.uk, which happens to be the top one in this case. So we're on a site that says become an Amazon seller. There is lots and lots of information on this site, including just underneath where the sign up form is, it says £25 excluding VAT per month, which basically means you're looking at £30 a month as soon as you get going. So you're kind of going to need to hit the ground running to start paying that pretty damn sharpish, really. There will be lots of pricing on here. There'll be lots of information. There's an entire university if you pull down all those little menus across the top. But for now, we're just going to go straight to sign up, which is the orange button. Okay, so right at the bottom, can you see it says create your Amazon account? So if you scroll down to the white box, that's the one.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is while you fill that in, I'm just going to pause recording. Okay, so that's all gone in, and now what it's going to do, it's called an OTP. That means one-time passcode. So what it's now done is it's sent you a passcode to that email address that you've used to sign up. So you're going to need to go to your email, grab that passcode, which will change every single time, so it's not sensitive or whatever. And as soon as you put that in and click the yellow button, then it will take you to the next part.
Okay.
So on here, it's telling you what you're going to need. So what they're doing is they're proving you are a real human being and not a scammer, hopefully. So they're going to want something like a passport or a driving license, a bank account or a credit card statement, a debit card, preferably with some money on it, and a mobile phone number. Now, the debit card is really very crucial. If you change your card and it is used on an Amazon account, you're going to have to tell them pretty damn sharpish that your card is being replaced, because every now and again they use a robot software that actually checks that that card is still viable. And if it finds that your card is no longer active, it will actually suspend your account. So as and when you have an issue, you need to try and get it verified as quickly as you can. So you're going to need to start filling it in, and if you start by clicking the begin button underneath.
The country?
So you're in the United Kingdom, so that's basically select your country. If you start typing, it'll probably get down to it and find it for you. So business entity, this is where quite a lot of people get stuck. Are you doing this as a trading as, which is a sole trader? Are you a state-owned business, a publicly listed business, a privately owned business, a charity, a sole proprietor, or an individual? Actually, a sole proprietor is an individual. However, which of those would you say you are?
Privately owned business.
Is it a limited company?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're a privately owned business. Perfect. So you're going to need the business name, and it's all got to match. So for example, you've registered it at Companies House with Limited, spelled LTD. Make sure that when you put it in here, it matches exactly what it says at Companies House. So this is all your personal information. So they're verifying that you are the primary contact. So it'll be all information that relates to you, and you will be linked to the account. Okay. So now we put in all of your beneficial details of who you are and who owns the business. It's telling you what the subscription fee is, which we warned you about at the beginning. And it's saying £25 for the first month. Now, what we'll also be looking at is trying to get the VAT exempted if you are under the VAT threshold, because then that will save you on the VAT. It's telling you also if you expand to sell in the other countries, it's going to take another $40 split across all of the countries. Right this minute, we don't want to be selling on all of the other countries, but if you want to click and have a look on the little page there that will tell you more about it, feel free. Otherwise, just fill in your details, and we're going to go for the UK only. Okay, so when you've actually gone and navigated putting your address in a very odd format, but there you go. You now need a store name. So it's then going to ask you UPC, they're unique product codes. They're barcodes to you and I. So what are on the back of the products you're going to sell? It's also going to ask, do you own a brand? Do you serve as an agent or a rep or a manufacturer of a brand for any of the products you want to sell on Amazon? The store name is the hardest part. You can have whatever you want as long as it doesn't break any IP and trademarks for other people. It doesn't have to be the same as a limited company name. It doesn't have to be your name. So whatever it is that you're going to choose, make sure that you're happy with it. You can change it at a later date should you so desire. The product codes, yes, you in the most part will have product codes for your products, and you will be an agent or a rep for some of them, probably not all of them. So whichever of those work for you, I would suggest you think of a store name and do the rest and then click next. Okay, so the last bit, when you've jumped all their hoops with your bank statements and all the rest of it, is you either get to take a picture of your face or you get to join a video call with an Amazon associate. I suggest the bottom one, because if there's anything that they need or whatever, you'll be able to deal with it pretty damn sharpish. Now, if you click the bottom one, quite often they're going to say they can do it immediately. Let's have a look and see what you get. Right. Okay, so they're going to ask current wait time 1 to 4 minutes. How cool. So you're going to need your phone, you're going to need your ID. Oh, and it's asking for a bank or a credit card statement for you personally. So I'm going to leave you to it. Hopefully that will be the last thing you have to do, and then it's just a waiting game. Now, 24 to 48 hours is normal. And if they need anything else, then hopefully they'll tell you. So I'm going to love you and leave you and let you go off and do the rest yourself.